We just had this very interesting session on changing climate, pollution and the environment, the Association of Physicians meeting here at the Royal College of Physicians in London. I was chairing the session and we had a very interesting conversation around air pollution, looking at particulate matter, impact on neutrophil function, thinking about, of course, cardiorespiratory disease and the impact on health overall. We see this in inflammatory bowel disease. We see spikes with increased air pollution. Emily Watts from Edinburgh was showing this data on not just decreased neutrophil function, but decreased bacterial killing with particulate matter at PM 2.5. You wonder what's going on then in the guts of patients, in the mucosa in patients with inflammatory bowel disease. And we need to try and figure this out. And then really more sobering thoughts about what's happening to the climate in the next 10, 20, 50 years. And, you can kind of see from the projections what happens out. If we hit temperature of 1.5, which we will in the next decade, what happens then to the planet in the next 30, 40 years? And the answer is it's not great. Even if we hit net zero today, there is so much now baked into the calculations because of what's set in motion, and then you move further forwards. And, really non-trivial impacts of a warming planet on health, heat effects themselves, not offset by a decrease in extreme cold events, because they still do occur, but most of the deaths occur from moderate cold events in the UK. Lots to think about, particularly for an IBD population that in the next 50 years is not going to be in the UK anyway. Well, it is still, but it's going to be predominantly in the newly industrialized world, the developing world, where we will see 100 million, probably at a conservative estimate, by 2100, maybe 150, 200 million living with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. No way that I can figure out at the moment how we get to preventing that without radical social and behavioural change and political will that just appears slightly lacking in the world just now. So we have to prepare, we have to make plans, we have to get much better at making predictions and, of course, then solutions that will work for all of us. But also to think about how we can help increase the general fitness and resilience of institutions, of populations, of individuals moving forwards. So a few things to think about. So there are some areas of optimism. You look across mainland China and the big cities where electrification has outpaced even the most bullish of estimates in the last decade or so, and air pollution has dramatically plummeted. Can we do similar things in the UK? Edinburgh, we have a low carbon traffic zone in the middle of town now, and the professor today was saying that has impacted on the air quality, so we should see the health impacts from that. We could go much, much further, get all the diesel vehicles off the road, put the infrastructure in for electrification, actually build an economy around that. But really it's the resilience factors that I'm interested in. How do we improve the buildings, our homes, our institutions, our housing stock, to help people live healthier lives and to really get to those people who are most disadvantaged already, because we know that then you're just compounding on top of it with the poor housing stock, for example, that we have. But it's a holistic picture. It's all those aspects of health, not just thinking about those bigger environmental things, but thinking about the food we put on our plate, the impact that has on the planet, but really the impact that has on our guts and our immune systems and functioning and health from that point of view. So, a few rambling thoughts as I just soak up some of this glorious sunshine here at the Royal College of Physicians in London, before going back to what I hope will be super sunny Edinburgh and some videos in the Pentlands, where I plan to spend most of the weekend running. Bye-bye.